As we're slowly heading to the home stretch of Miss Pursuit Party Season 3, we had to an event that you cannot have in Miss Pursuit Party, that being Team Pursuit. So you see this is an entirely new track with the new track for the season lineup. This is a B-League event as well, so we'll start with that. We go to the middle, got a long one set up here. It's going to be a bracket event. A race between two teams. You need to have all 4 team members cross the line to finish. As we start with the Swallows and the Nemesis Neos. The Swallows are our leaders. Nemesis Neos are in the middle of the pack right now. Let's see, the Swallows look to be doing the best here. Nemesis Neos have that one marble lagging behind, and they will lose this one. The Plinko at the end could shake things up tremendously as they start off both on separate lanes. Then they converge in that Plinko, which could make a lot of difference. The Nemesis Neos marble there got caught up, and they lose the game. Swallows win by a little under a second. They will move on to the top 4. I have the Crayon Clap and the Ballistic Bottles now. Ballistic Bottles have been really having poor start to this B-League. Crayon Clap have been doing decent. Let's see how it goes here. This seems to be the Ballistic Bottles doing better right now. Crayon Clap have one more struggle to get through that scoop. It looks like they cannot make it up in the Plinko. They got close, but it is not going to be enough. The Ballistic Bottles will move on, and I think the guarantees they will triple their points, which they've had so far, which is kind of saying something at how poor their start's been, but they'll take at least a solid finish here, so they will be happy about it. So we got a battle between 2 green teams, the Time Shifters and the Kelp Crashers, the bottom 2 of last season. Let's see how they fare here. Seem to be, they're pretty even coming out of there, but seems to be the Time Shifters slightly ahead. The Kelp Crashers marble struggling to enter the Plinko, but they shoved that marble aside, and the Kelp Crashers with a come from behind victory there. One of the Kelp Crashers that was struggling behind bounced off that rubber band, got in between, and then a shove to that Titan Shifters marble knocked them out of sorts, and they barely get the win by 0.3 of a second. Great come from behind victory for the Kelp Crashers to move on. So now we have the Railblazers and Dahlia Gala, the final match of the first round in this B-League event. And we are off. This is the Railblazers. Now Dahlia Gala have everyone through that scoop already, as they all come through down there, but the one marble gets pummeled backwards, and it's going to be a comeback by the Railblazers. Dahlia Gala almost going through the scoop very quickly, but one marble. The Railblazers pounced on that one, and all of them snuck past it to make the comeback. And the Railblazers will advance 881 into Dahlia Gala's 929. The bottom half, Dahlia Gala will still take 5th, but they completely choked the advancement there. There's never seen us a 6th. Time Shifters Crayon Clap will be in last. Now the Swallows and Ballistic Bottles will make up our first semi-final. Let's see who does the best here through that scoop. But the Swallows have one struggle to get through there. That pretty much seals the Ballistic Bottles are going to advance. But they still haven't made it through. The Ballistic Bottles can just cruise here. I think they're just going to end up stuck there. That is a very unusual place to get stuck in. Swallows will record a DNF. Luckily for them, it's not the Heats. The Ballistic Bottles will take a top 2 finish, so they will multiply points total by at least 5 now, I think. That good for them, for the Ballistic Bottles. Swallows can get 3rd at best. Still pretty good for our leaders in the B-League. Especially since no one is really that close to them. With the Kelp Crashers and Railblazers for our second semifinal. Let's see who comes out on the top here. Both of these make great comebacks in the Heats, and the Kelp Crashers have the same problem as the Swolly Pops. That covers the Railblazers going to advance to the final. Kelp Crashers. So that marble actually does make it through. But it's obviously way too late. We got on to the 3rd place match. Railblazers will go into the final to take out the Ballistic Bottles. A battle of the Season 2 newbies in that one. Got hung up a bit there, but obviously it was no problem. Give the Kelp Crashers marble. It was always stuck up there. Kelp Crashers, so they have a top half finish. That doesn't happen too many times for them, but their B-League has been surprisingly not bad so far. Hoping to keep that up. 1808 is actually a tremendously slow time, but they didn't DNF. They get the time, so it don't really matter. So we head on to our 3rd place match between the Kelp Crashers and the Swolly Pops, who will claim 3rd in this event. Seems to be a bit better off for the Kelp Crashers, and they go through that scoop on the Swolly Pops at the same struggle again. They do make it through, but it is too late, as the Kelp Crashers are already done by the time they make it to the Plinko. The Kelp Crashers will claim a 3rd place in this event. They will take it. Them getting top 3 happens, quite frankly, not very often. Swallows will get a 4th. They'll probably keep the lead though. So they have not finished bottom half in any event yet. Not the Swallows in this B-League. Cow Crashers will take third from them here though. I added to the Ballistic Bottles and the Trailblazers. For the finale, two Season 2 newbies, as was previously mentioned, who will get the win. It's good for the Trailblazers starting to slide better. The Ballistic Bottles all get through the scoops. And the Trailblazers marble, one of them lagged behind, and that's going to do it. The Ballistic Bottles will win this event from last place, from a dreadful start. They'll multiply their points by 6 now. And they will surely take it. The Trailblazers still take a second place. That is the third silver, if you will, of this B League. They will also take it in the hunt to that win, perhaps. The Ballistic Bottles, they needed it. They needed to salvage their integrity after such a poor start. The Trailblazers in second. Cow Crashers in third. Let's see how it shakes out the Saints. The Solar Plus hold the lead, but it's just by a single point over the Trailblazers. These two seem to be well clear. The Design Shifters are in third. Cow Crashers are up to fourth. Ballistic Bottles are out of last, which is now inhabited by Dahlia Gala. That's unfortunate for the rookies. But we will move on to the main league now. Actually, this is the much bigger event. Quite the one to look out for as well. Especially since the championship battle seems like it might just get a bit more intense. It's the Firefighters and B-Roots. Well, in our first match, the Firefighters are doing pretty well overall. B-Roots, not so much. But the B-Roots do have the much better start as the Firefighters struggle there. One of the B-Roots models get pummeled around. But it is not going to be enough for them to have their advancement taken away, like it was for Dahlia Gala. Firefighters trying to keep that marble from entering that they gave it a negative assist there. And the Firefighters will go out in the heats. For the second event in a row, the B-Roots will advance. B-Roots do not get top half very often, so this is good for them. So we have the Perilous Pancakes and the Doorknobs. Perilous Pancakes also one of those teams that surprisingly is very well up there. The Doorknobs are quite low there. You would have normally expected to be the opposite way around. It is the Perilous Pancakes who also have the better start. The Doorknobs are struggling to make it through there. They're trying to cut through there, but they just barely miss. And that will seal for them. Perilous Pancakes have a few more struggling to get through that Plinko. The Doorknobs just couldn't capitalize on that. They couldn't make the hit. Just barely missed it. And that could not make the comeback. The Doorknobs will crush up. Perilous Pancakes will move on. That is good for them. They are in the hunt of that championship, which I wouldn't expect to say. But here we are now. It's the Flag Attacks and Mantis Melodies go next. Flag Attacks are our leaders, but the lead was much bigger for the last time where they threw it away. See, that's better started, but one of them in that scoop, it's going to be the same problem the Swirly Pops just did. And the Mantis Melodies will take the advantage, and it's going to be a terrible time for the Flag Attacks. This could mean a lot for the championship battle. The Mantis Melodies take an easy advancement, and the Flag Attacks, the Marvelous just struggles there. They might give up the lead after this one. It's going to be a bad time. They might just finish in last. Combined with the poor finish of the last one, the Flag Attacks suddenly not looking good. The Mantis Melodies, they will take it. So we had the two matches with the two yellow teams, Pressure Paradise and Turning Taxis. One of these, Pressure Paradise doing fairly solid. Turning Taxis are sitting horribly in last. See who does the better here. It seems pretty equal, but the Turning Taxis make it through the scoops first. But the Pressure Paradise make the come though. They get to the Plinko much better. The Pressure Paradise will advance to just push the Turning Taxis down even further and make the comeback as the Turning Taxis one that they struggled. And the Pressure Paradise, they nailed the entry. Turning Taxis could not come back from there. So the Pressure Paradise will advance. See about our next seed. We have the Trident Hunters and the Veins of Valiance in this one. How will it go from here? Trident Hunters are doing very well as well. They won the last event, but the Veins of Valiance get through the scoop much cleaner. And the Trident Hunters make a comeback. There's one marble still in play, but the final marble of the Trident Hunters just misses it. And the Veins of Valiance will advance. So the Trident Hunters are also out. They cannot capitalize on the Flag Attacks misstep here. But keep in mind the Perilous Pancakes did advance. So did the Pressure Paradise. So the Pressure Paradise are not that high up there. Veins of Valiance with an 888 advance over the Trident Hunters. Put up a fairly slow time as well. Now it's up here, two blue teams, the Submarine and the Azure Army. Two teams that were not in the main league last time. Let's see how it goes here. And the Azure Army with a much better start. All of them are already through there. Team Submarine, one member still lagging behind, and it's going to be not even close. Team Submarine goes out. And the place last in the last event, Team Submarine seemed to be kind of slipping away. The Azure Army, they needed it. They have fallen way down there. The Azure Army have not been all that relevant this season. They hope to get back up on there. At least try and get their first medal, perhaps. Team Submarine will crash out in the heats. They're not going any further. Now the Mystic Mamas and Morning Mealtime. Mystic Mamas, another one of these shoe seeds that won a silver in the last event, and are in third now. They could chance the flight test, but both the top two are getting knocked out. It seems to be pretty equal, but Morning Meal Time everyone struggle there. Still going to be pretty close. And the final Morning Meal Time cuts through everyone, but Mystic Mama still barely get ahead of the final one. That was a close one. The final Morning Meal Time took their time a bit, then immediately in the plink instantly flew through. And between this final two, the Mystic Mamas barely got the top hand by just 700ths of a second. The Mystic Mamas capitalized, and that was advanced. That was a close one right there. The Charge Sons and Fantastics will be our final heat of the first round here. See how they fare. Seem to be a slightly better start for the Fantastics, but the Charge Sons instantly make it through there. Fantastics final moment struggles cannot go through, so the Charge Sons will get the win. The Fantastics, another poor, disappointing event for them. Fantastics had a disappointing season after finishing third last time as rookies. Charge Sons have had a pretty solid season. They could also contend for that championship if they lock in enough. They will take the advantage. This is fantastic. They do still claim 9th as more than the ultimate 10 of firefighters. And the flag attacks in last. Trident is in second to last. Our current top two in the standings. By the two end, the lead is surely going to change now, but we'll have to see. As now we move on to the quarterfinals. You have the Beavers and Perilous Pancakes. Here, it would be great for the Perilous Pancakes if they manage to advance. They could close in on that lead. And it seems to be a pretty good start for them, as the Beavers have a few moments lagging behind there, but Perilous Pancakes have everyone struggling to get through the scoop. They have the better entry to the plane, and the Perilous Pancakes will advance. Perilous Pancakes will take it. Bit of a chaotic match here. Also a bit hard to tell these two apart, but the Perilous Pancakes did get the better entry there in the end. And fended off the B-Roots. They will book their ticket into the top 4. Perilous Pancakes looking great right now. So now let's have the Men's Melodies and the Present Paradise for our second quarterfinal. Very vibrant colored heat. Let's see, the Present Paradise seem to do better off the start as the Men's Melodies. Everyone struggling a bit there, and they'll push back just like that. That was some great defensive play by the Present Paradise to knock the Men's Melodies backwards, make sure they would not get by. Right there, the Men's Melodies could not do anything as the Present Paradise win the match fairly convincingly. They will move on to the top 4 as well. Now we move on to the Veins of Valiance and the Azure Army. Our third quarterfinal, the Azure Army trying to perhaps get a medal. Actually, both of these teams have not gotten a medal yet this season. One of them will be likely to do it though. It seems to be the Veins of Valiance slightly ahead right now. And they've pushed one of the Azure Army aside there. And that confirms it. It's going to be a convincing win for Veins of Valiance. They are on their way to their first medal. They have got the first top 4 at least. The Azure Army, right there, a shove. That sold the match right there. The final Azure Army marble. It's too far behind. Veins of Valiance really trying to get a medal here. But can they do it? We're going to have to see. So now we have the Mystic Mamas and Charge Cells. Mystic Mamas, another one of those teams that really needs it. Alongside the Perilous Pancakes, they would love to take that lead. Do they get a good start though? Charge Cells, one of them struggling there. They only get through now. Mystic Mamas have to not choke it here, which they won't. They bring it through slow and steady. Capitalizing off that Charge Cells while they were struggling there. Mystic Mamas make it a lot less close than they did in the heats. It was easily advanced. Going to the semifinals. Mystic Mamas also up there as a potential lead contender. So we have the rest of the top half. Men's Melodies will claim 5th and Charge Cells Beavers. Azure Army will round it out. Let's move on to the semifinals. We have our 2 alliterative P teams right here. Perilous Pancakes and Present Paradise. They both also failed to qualify for last season. But now they're here, Present Paradise. Now Perilous Pancakes trying to get a leader, but it's the Present Paradise off to a better start. The final Perilous Pancakes Marvel is going to have to make a comeback, but they don't. So the Perilous Pancakes will not get top 2 here. The Present Paradise will, guaranteeing them a medal. And the best result yet of the season, since they've only gotten bronzes so far. And the Perilous Pancakes will have to get 3rd at best. They can still take the lead with that, I think, if the Mystic Mamas also don't advance. And if they beat them in the consolation round. Mystic Mamas now they're going to have to face off the Veins of Valiance, who are hunting for the first medal of the season. As they are off, it's the Mystic Mamas. They do seem to have the better start. Veins of Valiance have one struggling back there. They got through now as the Mystic Mamas will take an easy win. All of those Veins of Valiance models lagging behind. They're going to have to hope for the bronze here if they want that first medal. But the Mystic Mamas onto the top 2. I think that guarantees that they will take the championship lead. Paris Pancakes were behind them before this event, so they're going to stay behind them. With the Flyers and Trident Hunters being bottom 2, I think there's no doubt about it. Mr. Marbles will get a medal. I think they are going to take the lead, and it might be quite a sizable lead as well. Now the Paris Pancakes have face Valens for a third place match. Who will get the bronze here? Team battling for the first medal, and a team that's trying to get closer to the lead. But it seems to be the Veins of Valens ahead right now. That one Paris Pancakes model is struggling, trying to get by, but they just cannot do it. Those two members getting in the way of each other. That lets the Veins of Valens get a bronze as they finally get their first medal of the season. With a touch of solid finishes, finally they have a medal to show for it. They have been in the mid-pack for most of the season at the Veins of Valens. They finally have gotten a medal though, as the Paris Pancakes will go out. They will take fourth for the second event in a row. Not ideal, but they're still challenging for the lead. Now the Press Paradise and Misty Mouse, who will win the gold? Seems like the Misty Mouse can take a lead, but how high can they go? Seems to be a slightly better start from them, but one of them struggling right there. It seems pretty equal. Maybe the Press Paradise is slightly ahead. Do they miss each other there? The battle through the Plinko will be won by the Press Paradise, and they will win the gold. Press Paradise win their first gold since the third event of season 1. It's been a while, and the Misty Mamas cannot get a gold. They will take their second silver in a row, and presumably the championship lead with it. But the Press Paradise, a great job by them. They've done very well all event, and this final battle in the end, won by them. They will win the gold. Very well done, as the Misty Mamas will take the silver. Veins of Valens, the bronze. Paris Pancakes just miss out. But the flag that's trying to just all down there. It's very bad for them. But congratulations to today's podium finishers. And as you see in the standings, the Misty Mamas, they have the lead. And it is quite a healthy lead too, by 11 points. Out of the Flaggers, and the Paris Pancakes are tied with them for second place. Trident falling off as the Paris Paradise game 3 up into 5th. The top half is pretty close right now. But we'll see you at the next event. Keep on spinning, stay tuned for climbing.